The fate of the Iranian women's soccer team is another test for this country, and it displays clearly the terror of the regime in Tehran. I showed you last week how the team bravely rejected their instructions and refused to sing Iran's national anthem in their first game in Australia after the war began. After that, the team members were described by Iranian state television as wartime traitors, with calls for them to be dealt with severely. The team is now on the Gold Coast in their hotel, the women unable to speak for themselves. They played their final match in the tournament on the Gold Coast against the Philippines last night. And afterwards, members of the Australian-Iranian community gathered to cheer the team and denounce the regime. They claimed that the women gave them hand signals that amounted to SOSs and pleas for help, and the supporters then tried to block the team bus. Now, the team is accompanied, of course, by officials. We haven't been able to speak to any of them to get their individual views, but some, if not all of them, might want to claim asylum in Australia. If any bids have been made, the government is not saying.
We stand in solidarity with the men and women of Iran, and particularly Iranian women and girls. I don't want to get into commentary about the Iranian women's team. Obviously, this is a regime that we know has brutally cracked down on its people.
If they pass the security requirements and they seek asylum, then the government should grant them asylum, because we know the record that Iran has when it's dealing with women.
It's hard to imagine that Australia wouldn't immediately say yes, just to think about the help they've been giving to the ISIS brides, for crying out loud. But this, of course, will depend on what the true wishes of these Iranians are and whether they'll get the chance to express them. Surely anyone seeing this unfold could have no doubts about the depravity of the Iranian regime. But that last match the Iranian team played here yesterday happened to fall on International Women's Day. And listen to what the United Nations was pumping out to mark that occasion.
Women and girls are changing the world. It's time to change the world for women and girls.
Yeah, changing the world for women and girls. Just last month, Guterres and the UN congratulated Iran on the anniversary of its Islamic Revolution. And the UN has just installed Iran as vice chair of a committee on social development and another one on the UN Charter itself. That's not changing the world for women and girls. That's selling out the women of Iran, like those brave soccer players on the Gold Coast. That's changing the world for theocratic dictators.